Shoot, coming off a podium in Glendale. Had a good week. Fine-tuning a little bit at the test tracks in Corona. Man, I mean, I felt like I was right there last week. Just needed to finish it these last 5 laps or so. So get that dialed in. We'll be fighting for the win soon.
Is that like a weird thing where you guys ride the Supercross track is like a football track, and you come out here and it's baseball? Is that something that you have to take into consideration, or is it all the same?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it just really depends on the layout itself, but most of the times the baseball stadiums are a little bit tighter and a little more chopped up. So you got to have a bike that turns. And in those football stadiums, you can have a little bit more of a slack bike because it's more open and there's bigger lanes. So you got to be able to adapt for sure.
It seemed like last week really suited you, just wide open style.
Yep.
Best track of the year, or just because you rode well?
It was a combination of both. For that result last week, it was the track definitely suits me that way when it's wide open and kind of open and fast. And I got my bike in a pretty comfy spot now, to where I'm not doing any fire drills, during practice. So I like where I'm at now.
So then, is that something when you're out on the track between, you come in, you take the whole bike apart, you guys do something on race day? Is it a distraction, or is it something you can get around pretty easily?
It just depends what you're changing on. I mean, sometimes you rip both ends off if it's really bad, and sometimes you only tinker with one or do a click or two there. So it just depends what you're feeling. And the beginning of the season, it's always like that. I don't care how good you are, you're always going to be able to fine tune it more, and something's gonna show up at the racetrack that doesn't at the practice track. So at this point you want to be settled in, and I'm getting close to there. It would have been nice to be like settled in totally at like round 3 or even 2, but I think we still got some time to make up some points.
After spending so long on the old bike, is that a big challenge to come in and have to figure out everything on this new bike now?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're on you're on a new team, and then you're on a new motorcycle. So yes, you have to learn. I had a lot of good experience on the previous bike on figuring out what does what changes what, and how it feels on the bike, and it somewhat translates to the next motorcycle you go to. So I don't know. I wish I would have been a little more dialed in at the beginning, but it is what it is, and we're here now, and got to make it happen.